think feminism is the worst thing that ever happened to women. Our job used to be no job. We had it so good.
Welcome to Pegasus versus the World, where we take on challenges, comedy, trending topics, and some travel.
City boy! City boy!
That's a crazy intro. Yo, son, that's wild. That's wild to start a stand-up bit like this. And who knows, maybe she didn't start. I don't know. But for this clip to start out like that is wild, wild, wild. Kind of a truth bomb, too, because, I mean, I feel like, I don't know. A lot of people in general, this is males included, don't want to work, you know? We're in a unique society where people have chased, and I'm talking about American society. I can't speak for the whole Western world, but I speak for America, the things I see, the trends I see. And it does seem like people have chased comfort and pleasure so much that now it's like, oh, I don't want to work and I'm entitled. I don't need to work. And it's really unique because when you go travel the world and see true poverty, because we do have poverty in America, but when you see true poverty, you recalculate some things, you know. We have it really good in America. Even just the fact that you can drink water. And there's some places where the water's a little contaminated here and there, you know, but for the majority part, like, you can drink the water. Like, you go to Mexico, can't even have ice. Like, you got to drink bottled water, you know. See a lot of these things all over the world. And I think Americans take a lot of things for granted. But I ain't gonna lie, man. You know, she's kind of going ham. Like, that first bar, sheesh. Anyways, I'm about to check this out. This is Ali Wong. Now, I've seen little clips of her. I don't know if it's on TikTok or IG, like just little jokes. I've always seen the ones I've seen. She's funny. That's how I actually knew her name, because she kind of stood out. Because I feel like for me, female comics, but her also being an Asian female comic kind of stood out. It's like, oh, this is dope. Like, popping off. Okay. Got some new blood in the arena. Anyways, yeah, man, we about to check this out. It said, "We used to be free." Ali Wong, with a thumbnail, said something about feminism. So, I don't know. That's what I was just like, what's she going to say? You know, hearing a female's point of view, I think, is pretty important when it comes to the concept of feminism. So, let's go. All right, boom. If you guys want to support me, like, share, comment, or subscribe on the video or channel. Also, if you don't know who I am, I'm Black Pegasus. I'll link my other channels in the description. I have a pretty cool music reaction channel. Oh, she pregnant in this. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, motherhood. She brought the kid on stage. That's actually kind of hard. That's hard. I wonder, when was this? They're saying 2016. So, give it a few months. Damn. That kid is about 8 years old now, give or take. You know, my maths. I don't know how pregnant she was. She's showing. So, you know, if I had to guess, she's like maybe, 6, 7 months? It depends. Some people show more than others, so I don't know. But this was in 2016. It's 2025 now. A lot of variables, but that kid's probably around, you know, I'm guessing 8-ish. All right, let's go. This is Ali Wong. We used to be free.
I think feminism is the worst thing that ever happened to women. Our job used to be no job. We had it so good. We could have done the smart thing, which would have been to continue playing dumb for the next century and be like, we're dumb women. We don't know how to do anything. So I guess we better just stay at home all day and eat snacks and watch Ellen. Because we're too stupid to have any real responsibility. And then all these women had to show off and be like, we could do it. We could do anything. Bitch, shut up. Don't tell them the secret.
Yo, ladies, tap in the comments. Let me know, man. I didn't know she was going to go this direction. Now, I want to talk about the way she set up this joke, because she's like, you know, feminism, and our job was no job. The way she set that up was perfect, because at first I thought was nothing, was relaxation, da-da-da. But for, I don't know, she keyed in on it, said no job. Like that was just fire. That was really good. Anyways, good writing.
Bitch, shut up! Don't tell them the secrets! They ruined it for us. And now we're expected to work. When I hear the phrase double income household, I want to throw up. A lot of women get very upset with me about those comments. And they're like, but Allie, we have so many more options now. Oh, you don't think we had a lot of options when our day was free? Unscheduled, unsupervised, and most importantly, sponsored. You know how much shittier food tastes when you know you had to earn it?
Yo, she's killing. This is crazy because, you know, I always looked at tradition, the traditional household, and it's ironic because my family in that sense, like in the two income household, my mom, like after my dad retired, you know, we went through a little hard times, and Mom Dukes had to get back out there and work, and she worked at the DMV, and it's tripping me out because I don't know, I think because of that, you know, and us going through a hard time with money, you know, some really things that I loved and cherished as a child were taken. Like, you know, I was into martial arts. I was obsessed with karate and martial arts, just obsessed. It was my obsession, my passion, a true love. And I had to quit karate, you know, when I was about 14, and I was winning all my tournaments, advancing. And that really broke my heart. And I kind of shifted to another direction, not trying to take this off the funny train. But I think since then it had been embedded in me that I was like, I want to provide for my family and my kids in a way that would never happen to my children. Like I don't ever, like right now they do swimming. It's actually really expensive, and jujitsu. But I don't ever want to take that away because of, you know, financial reasons, right? I don't ever want that to happen. And when me and my wife first started dating and first got married, it was a 2-income household, right? She was doing babysitting and we were both, you know, working. I brought in the majority, but it was still 2 incomes. She was helping with, actually, she just would cover some of her stuff. And then, so it was like 70-30, 70 me. But I always felt inadequate. And I did not feel where I wanted to be until until we became a single income household like we are now, and she doesn't have to work. There is a lot of pressure because in today's age, I don't think the economy and things are built to be, there's a lot of pressure. A burden of performance is what we call it. But I remember the day, and this was cool because my wife is very communicative because, you know, maybe people don't get this type of appreciation. But I remember when she got to quit her job, and she's like, I don't have to go to work anymore. My only job is watching the kids. I'm you know, doing homeschooling, which is a job in itself. Raising kids is a job. Don't trip. That's a real job, and it's the most important job. But anyways, she's like, I don't have to babysit. I don't have to do this. Damn, right? I remember about 2 weeks in, she just gave me a kiss and be like, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I really love the feeling of just being able to be a homemaker. And I was like, it felt so good. Mission accomplished. So anyways, I don't know how y'all women or men feel out there. And my story isn't to disparage 2-income households. Bruh, we had to do that for the longest. Like, we had my first child, and she was running a daycare, taking care of other kids and our child to make the dream work. So that was just my personal goal, and I was able to meet it. Not everyone's going to be able to do that. So don't be disparaged or think that's your goal. But yeah, man, all I'm saying is I think she's on to something here. At some capacity. Ladies, tap in. Y'all are the important piece of this, right? Because y'all the one living this. But I know for my wife, everything she said, if me and my wife reacted to this, she'd probably be in here like, preach.
A lot of my friends, when we walk around together, they'll get very judgmental about housewives that we'll see on the street, and they'll be like, look at that fucking housewife not doing anything. Look at that housewife just walking around all day, getting massages in her Lululemon pants. I'm like, that bitch is a genius. She's not a housewife, she's retired. I do write for Fresh Off the Boat on ABC. Yeah, which is It's a great show. I love it a lot. I love my coworkers. It's a great writing staff. And in terms of day jobs, it's probably one of the best you could ask for. But I still gotta work at an office every day, which means I gotta shit in an office every day. Housewives, they don't gotta shit in an office. Housewives get to shit in their house, skin to seat. They don't gotta use that horrible toilet paper cover. They don't gotta 10 times a day, every day.
Yo, why you pooping 10 times a day? That's crazy. But the shield of toilet paper on that seat is facts, bro. Bro, the shield is your strength.
Like you're about to eat a sad-ass meal? They don't gotta do that. They don't gotta use that one-ply toilet paper, that office toilet paper that they purposely make difficult to pull out. They're trying to ration me with their communist toilet paper. That's not even effective. It basically just dehydrates your butthole. It's basically like wiping your butt with the desert.
Facts. One ply is horrible, man. One ply is, bruh. I ain't even gonna get into that because that's too much info, but one ply is not the wave. I mean, there you go. It is kind of funny when you see how society is, you know, what people fight for. And then, you know, that saying is like, be careful what you wish for. Yo, that is the segment. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah, I mean, this is the real. With society that's crazy when women have to work, right? But raising kids is a job. It's a full-time job. And it's not easy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know that Bill Burr thing, you could argue that there are harder jobs physically, right? Like physically demanding, you know, being in some oil field, oil rigging, being out at war, being in the desert, you know, ice fishing, construction. There could be stuff that's more physically demanding. But raising children, man, you know, because I'm able to do a lot of this YouTube stuff from the house and like, you know, throwing concerts, just doing contractual work. You know, I don't have to go to my office as much as the normal person, but I own my own office. So it's, you know, but anyways, with that being said, I see all the work that goes into these teething, bro. It's a job. It's a job. So what's unique to me is in today's society, when a woman has children, has to take care of the children, and then go work a job on top of that, just to have someone else do inherently what nature's work was, right? Watch and rear your children. It is interesting. It's very unique. It sometimes to me feels a little backwards. You know, I like our family to be really hands-on and develop our tribe, but not everyone's that lucky. Like, again, I grew up in a family where, you know, when mom had to go back out into the workforce, a lot of things changed in the household. And some not really for the better, you know. We needed that guidance. There's a lot of things that influenced me in my early teens that, you know, set me on an interesting path. But here I am. I made it, right? Anyways, y'all let me know. This was We Used to Be Free by Ali Wong. It's on the Laugh Society channel. Check out their channel. Check out Ali Wong. Get tickets to her shows if she's still doing stand-up shows. I mean, if she's raising a tribe of kids, I don't even know what she's doing. She's very talented, so she's a writer for a TV show, but she's also doing stand-up comedy. Kudos to her, man. She killing. Anyways, I'll holla at y'all.
City boy, city boy.